the Self-Awareness Journey podcast, the show that serves as a roadmap in understanding the process of self-awareness. And hope you stay with me till the end of today's discussion. This is Ms. Cynthia Bucao, your host. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the beginning of your path to deeper self-awareness and how self-awareness serves as a key or a stepping stone in taking care of our mental health. And we've also invited some special guests who will be sharing their thoughts or experience in their own fields that will gradually help us to create the life we want and deserve. Today on the show, we're excited to have our guest, starting to Ms. Winkle Bernardes, a prominent sociology professor at Visayas State University, Ms. Micaela Dudong, a profound anthropologist from Harvard University, and Ms. Rica J. Sacro, a distinguished psychologist from Stanford University. They are going to share their expertise on how can one individual understand his or herself and give us some advice on how can we improve our mental health with the help of sociological, anthropological, and psychological aspects of self. Let's get started to our first guest, Ms. Winkle Bernardes, a fresh graduate of master's degree in sociology at the University of the Philippines, Diliman campus. And now, she is currently a sociology professor at Visayas State University. Good day, Ms. Bernardes. We're delighted to have you here at the Self-Awareness Journey podcast.
The pleasure is mine, Ms. Bucao, for having me here to have a talk for our dear listeners in this show.
So, as a sociologist, how the concept of sociological self helps a person become more aware of his or herself?
The concept of sociological self helps a person become more aware of his or herself with the help of looking glass self, in which states that part of how we see ourselves comes from our perception of how others see us. We might feel that we have a great sense of humor, for example, because others have told us and often laugh, apparently sincerely at our jokes. Many studies have supported a basic prediction derived from the notion of the looking glass self, namely that our self-concepts are often quite similar to the view that others have to us. This may be particularly so with people from our own families and culture.
Then, what is the role of society in understanding ourselves?
The role of society in understanding the self is that our culture shapes the way we work and play, and it makes a difference in how we view ourselves and others. It affects our values, what we consider right and wrong. This is how the society we live in influences our choices. But our choices can also influence others and ultimately help shape our society. Self also can have these traits, and this is why they are similar to each other. Self can contribute to society, and society can contribute to self.
What advice can you give to our dear listeners on how can they improve their mental health with the help of sociological aspects of self?
As a sociologist, the thing that I can advise to our dear listeners in order to improve our mental health with the help of sociological aspects of self is that connect yourselves to others, because as humans we are social creatures, and it's important to have strong, healthy relationships to protect you against the harms of stress. It is also good to have different types of connections. Besides connecting with family and friends, you could find a way to get involved with your community or neighborhood. For example, you could volunteer for a local organization or join a group that is focused on a hobby you enjoy. Social connection can lower anxiety and depression, help us regulate our emotions, lead to higher self-esteem and empathy, and actually improve our immune system.
Thank you, Ms. Bernardes, for sharing us your precious time. We have learned a lot from you today for a deeper understanding of the self. We'll be right back after this short commercial.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I'll have a pre-meeting pump-up, Monday fixer, and a screaming boss recovery.
So that's one peppermint mocha, one McCafe frappe, and one fruit smoothie?
Yep.
Name your drink. McDonald's has it. We're your destination for those special flavors that help you get through your day. Get any small McCafe smoothie, frappe, shake, or espresso drink for only $2. Even the delicious new peppermint mocha. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
listeners. And now, let's welcome our second guest, a graduate of International Studies at Harvard University with a major in anthropology. Help me welcome Ms. Micaela Dador. Welcome, Ms. Dador, to the Self-Awareness Journey podcast.
Hello, Ms. Bughaw, and to our listener in the show, thank you for inviting me.
Can you introduce to us, Ms. Dador, to our dear listeners, on what is the role of anthropological concept in understanding ourselves?
The role of anthropological in understanding ourselves, it is considers the genetic and cultural origins of self, the role that self plays in socialization and language, and the types of self we generate in our individual journeys to and through adulthood, and it provides the possibility to study in every aspect of human existence. It is the window into the unknown, like for example, it provides the answer to our question about ourselves, our past, present, and future.
And how the culture influences us individuals to gain more awareness of oneself.
As an individual, culture influences our personality and how it is displayed, such as is and how you value traits like humanity, self-esteem, politeness, and assertiveness. Culture also influences how people perceive hardship and how we feel about relying on others.
As an anthropologist, what advice can you give to our dear listeners on how can they improve their mental health with the help of anthropological aspects of self?
The advice that I can give to our dear listeners on how can they improve their mental health, first, medical should engage with policymakers, clinicians, and people with mental illness to combat human rights violations. Improving human rights for people with mental illness is a central focus of global mental health. And by the help of anthropological, to solve social problems by studying societies in which certain social relationships have fewer conflicts than in one's own society. Understanding what makes a culture or a unit of individuals speak, so to speak, will shed light upon how these relationships function within one's own society.
Thank you, Ms. Dador, for your very informative discussion regarding to the anthropological aspect of self. Coming up next, we will tackle the last topic for today's episode after this reminder.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so welcome. This is a very
Stuck with these sounds? It's time to take your mind somewhere else. Go create a K-pop party in the kitchen. Rap it out at a concert. In the shower. Or pretend you're in a talk show. In the living room. Discover a world of music and podcasts. Listen on Spotify for free. Listening is everything.
Spotify.
You are still listening to the Self-Awareness Journey podcast. And now, let's go on to our last discussion about psychological aspect of self. And to help us understand the concept, let's welcome our invited psychologist, Ms. Rika Jane Sakura, a duly registered and licensed psychologist from Stanford University. Hello and welcome, Ms. Sakura, to the Self-Awareness Journey podcast.
It's nice to be here on your show, Ms. Bughaw. It's an honor to be one of your guests for today's episode.
As expert in psychology, can you give a glimpse on what is psychological self?
The totality of the person, including all defining qualities, conscious and unconscious, mental and physical. The phrase has a wide variety of uses in psychology. Aside from its fundamental relevance to personal identity, being, and experience, there are different kinds of self: political, material, spiritual, digital, physical, extended, and sexual self. Each of them has different definitions of self.
And how our individual knowledge regarding the different aspects of psychological self, including the political, material, spiritual, digital, sexual, and physical and extended self, helps us individuals to gain more awareness of our own self.
We can better comprehend ourselves when we have greater self-awareness. Then we are able to pinpoint the adjustment we wish to make and acknowledge our strengths so we may grow on them. A common initial step in goal setting is self-awareness. This includes owning up the mistake and acknowledging when you don't know the answer.
What advice can you give to our dear listeners on how can they improve their mental health with the help of psychological aspects of self?
Your whole psychological well-being is referred to as your mental health. It involves how you feel about yourself, the caliber of your relationships, your capacity for emotion regulation, and problem solving. Anyone can experience mental or emotional health problems, and over a lifetime, many of us will. This advice can help you improve your disposition, strengthen your fortitude, and have a more enjoyable existence. 1. Prioritize social interaction, particularly face-to-face interaction. The power of spending quality face-to-face time with others, especially those you love and who motivate you, to relieve stress and improve mood cannot be matched by phone calls or social media. 2. Be active. It is like physically active. Doing exercises. 3. Develop new skills. Psychological self aims to becoming more self-aware, reducing emotional suffering and confusion, and learning better coping mechanisms.
Thank you, Ms. Sakura, for sharing us your knowledge and competence in psychological aspects of self. That brings to us the end of this episode. Thank you to our very informative guests, Ms. Bernadette, Ms. Gador, and Ms. Sakura, for joining us in uncovering our true self in concrete, not just hypothetical ways. We encourage our dear listeners to look at yourself with a critical eye in order to better understand what's in the way of being your authentic self and take specific steps to deeper self-awareness and apply these lessons to all areas of your life. We hope that with our guidance in the Self-Awareness Journey podcast, you can embark on your own self-guided journey and let you go at your own pace. And also, a heartfelt thanks to our avid listeners in this show. Before we go, show some love for your favorite podcast by leaving a review on our comment box using the hashtag self-aware. And do not forget to subscribe our official YouTube channel and kindly hit the notification bell to be updated for our latest podcast. Then stay tuned, listeners, to our next episode. Until then, this is Ms. Cynthia Espugao, your host in the Self-Awareness Journey podcast, giving a reminder that self-awareness isn't a destination. It's a journey, so let us be your guide. Take care of yourself, and happy podcasting, everyone.